All right. So at number 5, we have in 2012 Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith in 2012 had 3 interceptions, 2 of them for touchdowns, 10 passes defended, 1 forced fumble, and 104 tackles. I think we were all pretty impressed with this dude from the jump. You agree?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So from that draft, I remember it was between Mark Barron and Harrison Smith. I wanted Mark Barron so much, and I was like, damn, I forgot what school, what team Mark Barron went to. And I was like, well, I guess we can see what we got in Harrison Smith. And from the first day, Harrison Smith showed why he's a problem in the league. I think even his rookie year, he picked off Aaron Rodgers. And we're not talking about old Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers in his prime. That's why I was like, Harrison Smith, he's going to be one of the best safeties in Vikings history. And he hasn't put me wrong since.
Doing that number 22 proud.
Hey, do we have I don't know if the chat say Orlando Thomas by chance?
No.
He had 9 interceptions as a rookie.
He did. And we were going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. I was just like, oh, okay. All right. I thought it was already filled up.
My brother from Tennessee.
How are you doing, Unc? Hey, can everybody say hi to Unc, please?
My brother from Kentucky, Unc.
Cody's opting out. All right.
Hi.
I know. At number 4, we have. I don't think nobody gets this one. Blair Walsh. Blair Walsh was 35 of 38 from field goals, 36 of 36 from extra point, which I would freaking love right now, including 10 for 10 field goals of 50 plus, which was an NFL record. I think the record was 8 that he broke it with, so he kind of added on to it. He was also a Pro Bowler and a first-team All-Pro in his rookie season. Blair Walsh was dope the first couple of years.
First-team All-Pro as a rookie. We need some of that again this year, Mr. Robbie.
And
people are so mad he put a kicker.
I really like Blair Walsh. Might be the first kicker I actually fell in love with as an NFL kicker, because I thought kickers all they gotta do is make a field goal. But when Blair Walsh, and it's not just making a field goal, it was in clutch situations. As a rookie, they put Blair Walsh in that predicament, and he was nailing them. And my expectations for kickers has been related to him. Because I know we always go back to, Gary Anderson missing the kick in the playoffs against the Falcons. But until Blair Walsh missed that kick against the Seahawks, his rookie year, he looked like he was the best kicker in the league. And that's with Justin Tucker and Greg Zuerlein, if you know your kickers.
I'm going to give this one to the placeholder. He had to aim the ball certain directions. That's why when we lost that placeholder and Blair Walsh missed that field goal against Seattle. That's
probably had nothing to do with the weather or anything like that.
No.
It was the hold. Or Blair Walsh got death threats for it when it was really the hold. Is that what you're saying?
Finkel and Einhorn. Laces out.
Laces out, Dan.
Marino.
They're not happy, but this isn't like greatest Vikings ever. This is like the greatest rookie seasons of the past 30 years. Blair Walsh was a G his rookie season. Like, look at the stats.
For record. How many rookies breaking NFL records?
How many rookies are a first-team All-Pro?
We're not talking about kicker. Like talking about NFL wise. He getting compared to his NFL counterparts.
Yeah, no, Leonard, I argue that too. Like, he scored all of our points. So, yeah, he missed one. He shanked one, but he also scored all of our points. And if he would have shanked the first one that made the next 3, nobody would have cared. Mm-hmm. It's just the optics of it.
Yep.
And that ruined his career, basically, because he never got right after that.
But funny,
he did have one of our greatest seasons as a rookie.
I was watching one of the highlights. The crazy part is, the year after he missed that kick, we played Seattle, and guess what happened? He missed the same kick. And we lost the game. Oh, my gosh. I was like, no, it's over.
No wonder he went down so fast.
And for the third best rookie season in Vikings history, got a video. You guys know who it is yet?
Oh,
Is that Sidney
sorry,
Rice?
I recognize this player from somewhere.
Is that Sidney
Listen,
Rice?
Keith, I hate to correct you on this, but Kirk Cousins was not a rookie for Minnesota.
Sorry, guys.
I'm telling you what, 3 different quarterbacks are gonna have a lot of yards this year for us.
Yeah, and
So
the guy you're trying to give credit to only played 7 games.
Yeah,
There it is, the first TD.
coldest play in history.
So thank you, Addison.
That is the coldest celebration in NFL history. Is that Titans game when he catches it and starts doing the gritty while those 2 dudes hit each other?
I don't know. I hate to say it. But is it better than the Dirty Bird?
I don't like the Dirty Bird. Fuck the
Dirty Bird was pretty hot until the NFC Championship. Then fuck that thing. I was ready to shoot birds.
Jamal
I'm
Anderson.
not gonna lie, I kind of like the Icky Shuffle.
Yeah.
The icky shot.
And he had a promising career, then injuries got a hold of him. NFL labeled him a bust.
So Jefferson's
What
rookie year, he had
about,
88 catches for 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns. He was a second-team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler. I feel he was robbed of Offensive Rookie of the Year. It was probably because Justin Herbert's hair, as Fish would say. I think Herbert's a good quarterback. Me and Fish can disagree on that, but I think Justin Jefferson absolutely got robbed for Rookie of the Year
I blame Mike Zimmer
for not starting the first 2 games.
not starting that first 2 games.
But even his
had
stats, like Moss got Rookie of the Year with these stats in first-team All-Pro. I mean, Moss had 17 touchdowns, but he had 1,300 yards and 17 touchdowns. He got MVP votes. He got All-Pro. He's a Pro Bowler and Rookie of the Year.
To be
To me,
fair,
what
he had
did is more impressive than what a quarterback does.
Yeah, and this season was a down season. Like the only thing we had as Vikings fans was Justin Jefferson at the end of this season. Like, thank God we have this kid on our team. That was the consensus, basically.
Yeah, to be fair, we had Olabisi Johnson. So, Justin Jefferson couldn't start. If you know, you know.
Well, didn't BC Johnson have a pretty damn good season the prior year?
There you go. That's why he didn't start.
Well, I thought BC was injured the prior year.
Yeah, I don't think Beasley ever had a good season. He
Yeah,
might have
he
had a good game.
Wait. Olabisi Johnson, he had a good season for a 7th round pick. That's why he started, because we didn't have no receivers and he came out of nowhere. And then we drafted
That's not why he
Jefferson.
started. He started because Zimmer's not starting no damn rookie.
Yeah, that's why he's not starting.
Yeah, it wasn't because Beasley did anything the season before.
Yeah, you're right. He never really had a good season. He had a good game.
He had
Like,
a good season. As a 7th round pick, he went off. And then he got hurt. And then
he had those 6 catches that one year. Went off.
Yeah, he went off.
Wasn't Puka 7th
Richter
round
scale,
receiver?
baby.
See,
Puka was
this
a
is
6th
why
round
you're-
receiver. Okay, so that's where the line is. That's the bar.
Hmm.
And when you're watching these highlights, notice there's no defender near Justin Jefferson. He's catching this open. And if there is a defender, he's still catching it.
I don't think we thought we were getting this type of wide receiver,
He's
No,
a slot receiver, Cody.
Yeah, we're getting like a slot or like what Addison is right now. Like we didn't think we got the best receiver we've seen since.
No. I thought we got a solid number 2 for Thielen. That's what I thought.
It's those things too.
I thought we replaced Diggs. Perfect.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I remember, Justin Jefferson come out of LSU. I'm like, damn, he's actually pretty good. But all the media is talking about Jamar Chase. I'm like, I mean, I don't want Justin Jefferson when the number 1 receiver is Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy about that, when he was in LSU during the playoffs, Justin Jefferson went off against the number 1 defense in the playoffs, and Chase went off against like the number 20 ranked defense in the whole playoff. So it was ridiculous.
So did I hear that right on the receiver show we just started watching that JJ was a 0-star recruit coming out of high school?
Yep.
Zero, I think he was a 2-star.
Same
Oh,
thing. There's
zero.
no everything below a 3 is a 0 in college. 2 stars and 1 stars, they go out to they play for UAB, Alabama, Birmingham, or Troy. Like the 3 stars, they go to Iowa and Minnesota. Your 4 and 5, your 4 go to Florida State, maybe a little Oregon action. Then your 5 go to Alabama and Georgia.
So are you saying the only reason he got to go to LSU is because his brother was LSU's quarterback before him?
Hey,
Probably.
there's some alumni love there.
And the only reason that his younger brother got to go there and play was because he was there before him?
Yeah, that's a strong possibility. And then he always had that chip on his shoulder. But everybody says he got a chip on his shoulder. But
Everybody says that.
He clearly meant that.
All right. And for the number 2 best rookie season of the past 30 years for your Minnesota Vikings, this one, you guys were making some guesses, but I don't think anybody guessed this.
Keith
Matt
Moore.
Khalil.
Kidding.
Peterson? Yeah, definitely.
I had to try to put some drama to it. Everybody knew who number 1 and number 2 was, and we weren't going to switch it up just because you knew.
I was when we drafted Adrian Peterson, I was kind of skeptical because when he played at Oklahoma, he hurt himself doing touchdown celebrations. He broke his collarbone or separated his shoulder by doing a front flip in the end zone in one game against Oklahoma. And I had to sit out a couple games. I was like, man, what kind of running back are we getting? I mean, he was explosive at Oklahoma. He was probably the best. He was the best running back in the nation. And when we got him, I was like, I hope he doesn't do a front flip in the end zone. But thank God he started doing the high knees or the high legs, But he was still very injury prone. But you cannot deny him coming back from that 2012 year and what he did during his rookie year. Just a monster.
I'm with you, Cody. When we first drafted him, I wasn't excited about it. It took me maybe a whole day to get over that and get excited about it. But I'm like, why? We need a quarterback. Why are we drafting? We just had Chester Taylor. He just ran for 1,000 yards. He's a good running back. Why are we drafting a running back? We never draft this high. Why didn't we get a damn quarterback? Why didn't we get Brady Quinn? Instead, we got Adrian Peterson. Yeah, it worked out.
With the right coaching, Brady Quinn could. I remember when we drafted him.
We never had that right coaching for a quarterback, so it just probably would not have worked out.
We definitely didn't.
I remember when that draft happened and we drafted Adrian Peterson. I was sort of whelmed, and I was talking to my buddy John Lewis, and he said, "Wait till you see them touchdowns, Fish. Wait till you see them touchdowns." Skol, buddy.
Hail.
Yeah, it felt like every time AP touched the ball, he scored a touchdown. It was 70-yard run. 70, what the fuck? Or flim flam.
The flim flam.
And then that Chargers game, that was his rookie season, right? Where he broke the record.
Oh, against the Chargers? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Rushing yard
right there. 296-yard game. Then he had that Bears game with 224. He also had, I think, 130 return yards on 4 kick returns that game. He almost took one to the house. He already had 3 rushing touchdowns.
That man must have been tired.
I play high school football, against the Bears that game. It almost, to me, it looked more dominant than the Charger game, that Bears game, because if not for Peterson, we would have got our ass kicked against the Bears that game. I don't know if you guys remember watching that one. The Bears kept taking the lead, but then Peterson, all right, another 60-yard touchdown. Let's go.
He has that.
It looked like he was bored. He was bored playing that game.
Yeah. He at least has to have a top 3 stiff arm of all time NFL history in that Browns game.
Yeah. That wasn't even a stiff arm; it was a choke slam.
Yeah, choke slam. That motherfucker out of bounds. That was crazy. Man.
You guys want to guess who number 1 is?
Is it really obvious? It seems like it's
Is it Treadwell? It's Treadwell, isn't it? It's Treadwell.
No, but they do play the same position.
Tell you who it's not. It's not Percy Harvin.
Motherfucker.
It's not Sidney Rice either.
He didn't even crack the top 5.
There's a Codyism.
It's not Sidney Rice either.
So it's not Eric Hendricks.
No, it's not. Sorry, Dylan, about that. Troy Williamson was involved with this guy.
Gino Toretta?
There he is.
Just
We
pointing-
turned this guy right here into the magnificent Troy Williamson.
You know, the thing is, sometimes I think that we make these lists and we purposefully extend out the years just to make sure we can include Moss in it. You know, we could have said the best 5 rookie seasons in the last 20 years, but no, we've got to have Moss in it because Moss
No,
is
I
our
try to think
son.
about our audience and the age of our audience, and I think about 30 years, which puts around 35 to 45-year-olds. And I know there's more, but I'm just saying, we're all 35 to 50.
Millennials.
But
The
even
craziest
they-
thing
but
about
even they know who
Moss-
Moss is. Everybody knows who Moss is. It's like, here, fair enough. Like, look at Lions fans in that same age bracket. They know who Barry Sanders is. It's just known. Like, it's like, I feel like that's almost innate. If you're a Vikings fan, just from day one, you can't even spell the word Vikings, yet somehow innately you know who Randy Moss is. It's like in the DNA. It's coded.
We transitioned from as kids was trying to be like Michael Jordan in basketball. Then when he retired, here comes 98. Everybody wanted to be like Randy Moss in football. Like that. I feel like that was that much of a transition from a player.
And
Oh,
the
man,
impact he had for generations was, you talented when everybody starts saying your name as a verb.
Moss.
Mm-hmm.
You got mossed.
And you definitely wanted to be the Mosser and not the Mossy.
And 69 receptions for 1,300 yards is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Oh my
'cause
God.
you see JJ had 88 for 1,300. Like, dude was catching bombs. He also had 17 touchdowns.
And we're talking about rookies. We're not talking about second, third year, fourth year veterans in their prime. We're talking about fresh out of college, shitting on the NFL.
Randall Cunningham had a cannon though, and Moss had some speed. They had that breakaway speed. So Randall Cunningham.
Jeff George had a cannon too.
Oh,
That's
so
funny what Alex just said, that he knows a lot of people who converted to the Vikings because of Randy Moss. How many of those people do you think stayed Viking fans once Moss was gone, though?
They became Patriots fans.
I'm not going to say none. I see 2 wearing fucking Moss jerseys right now, so
They
I'm
were
not
Raiders
gonna,
fans.
I mean, I'm not going to say that they were Viking fans only because of Moss. I mean, Shaq, that might be true because the time, the age kind of checks out.
But they didn't become
Millennials.
Vikings because they were Moss fans. Or I know what you're saying, but like when he left, there's a high percentage. You are probably right. Became Patriots fans, and then subsequently became Raiders fans. It's like you're probably right about that.
I just wonder how. Then I also wonder how many people are like Shaq. They became Viking fans because of Moss, and they thought '98 was awesome. This is going to be great, and
We're going to do this every year.
It's just been hell since then.
Mhm.
Shaq, is that your experience?
When you're a kid, you think everything is the best of the best. You think, first time seeing something, it can't get no better than this. So I'm thinking, okay, we got things going. We about to win the Super Bowl. Isn't that the goal? And then next thing I know, we're trading Randy Moss. So I'm like, okay, I'm hoping we get something back that's at least equivalent to Randy Moss. And then
Troy Williamson.
I was like, what? I guess first round picks doesn't always equal to Randy Moss production as a rookie. And then that's when I admit I took a break from the Vikings. At that time, I was like, I'm not missing nothing.
Diggs is not in here, Ken, because
Bro, you were like
Diggs was
10.
a good Vikings receiver, but his rookie season was like an average one compared to what we've had.
Mhm.
Same reason Percy Harvin didn't make it. Like,
I just remember.
Blair Walsh was recess more impressive.
I remember recess being, it was all basketball from until 98. Then the courts were completely empty in 98 and it was all football. Like you're playing football on the basketball courts and fence to fence is the touchdown or basket to basket is the touchdown. And like that, I just feel like Randy Moss was that such of an impact on little minds back in the day that people went over to being like Mike to now I want to be like Randy Moss. And I felt that.
What's up, Dylan? What do you think about our 5? We got Harrison Smith, Blair Walsh, Justin Jefferson, Adrian Peterson, and Randy Moss as the top 5 rookie seasons in the last 30 years. Did we get it wrong?
No, I think it's spot on. It's spot on. The only thing you could have done is, like you said, just put Harvin in there instead of fucking Blair Walsh. But Blair Walsh
That would have just been a shot across the bow of Cody, and that's all it would have been.
But Blair Walsh's, rookie year was spectacular.
I would have put Kevin Williams in there instead of Percy Harvin and Blair Walsh. Maybe Orlando.
Let me get to it. So we also have honorable mentions. So we had this up to like 15 people. We got it down to 10, and then we're like, all right, we got to do 5. But then there was 3 that we were just battling with that we wanted to be on here, but we just couldn't put them above anybody. And I know a lot of people probably argue that we should kick Blair Walsh out, but we're not kicking out the kicker.
All pro.
He the only one who he had an all pro and he broke a record. Like, what else do we need for a rookie season?
And
we're hoping for a repeat, Robbie. We're hoping for a repeat.
10 for 10 from 50 is spectacular.
So our 3 honorable mentions are Orlando Thomas in 1995, Kevin Williams in 2003, and Percy Harvin in 2009.
Fuck him.
I like it.
So I think some people might question Orlando Thomas a little bit, maybe because they don't remember him. But in his rookie season, he had 9 interceptions as a safety and 4 fumble recoveries, 1 for a touchdown. He was second in defensive rookie of the year voting behind Hugh Douglas, who had 10 sacks. And I mean, honestly, I think 9 interceptions is more impressive than 10 sacks.
Yeah, you get 11 on, or you get 9, you're winning defense play of the year or all first team all pro like Bland and Trevon Diggs.
Is there anybody on this list, Robbie, that you would have put in the top 5 for somebody else?
No, absolutely not. That top 5 is solid, bro.
Dylan, same question.
No, you're good.
So are you guys at least a little bit happy that Percy Harvin made the honorable mentions? Because there are some people in the chat who even said Percy Harvin too. Not Cody. Cody did not say it.
I'm okay with him being the honorable mentions. I'm just saying
his rookie.
He only played he only had 3 years with us, and that was in 4 seasons. Like 3
as long as Eric Hendricks follows after that.
Can't ask about Culpepper, but Culpepper did not play his rookie season.
No, he did not.
You know who did?
I think sometimes people get confused, like what we say the topic is, and they just always think it's like best Vikings ever. Like, no, there's actually criteria to what we're doing here. So that's our top 5 and our 3 honorable mentions.